I'm good on you.
Hello, hi, welcome to Good Eye, where we're going to take you through the looks of wiffle ball. Trent Steffes is with me. I'm Brandon Corbett.
Hello.
And Trent, what is the worst thing about wiffle ball podcasts?
Well, there's a lot of worse things about wiffle ball podcasts.
That's true, that's true.
I would have to probably say the guests.
That is a fact. The guests are just awful. And that's why we're going to do you a favor. We're not going to have any guests.
No. We're not going to have too many cooks in this kitchen.
Exactly. You know what makes a good podcast? Two people talking.
Two people who know what they're talking about.
Two people who know what they're talking about. Oh my God, you're a genius.
Thank you.
So, like,
Thank you.
Not just throwing as many voices in the fire as possible. That's not the way you want to go.
No, especially for this. This is through the years and through the mediums, we have established ourselves as the authority of this subject. So, when I'm thinking about who we could even have on as a guest that would be even close to like our level, it just can't be done.
The only one I can think of is a guy who doesn't want to talk to me right now, so that would be Kevin Poley. So
Kevin, oh, what's wrong with Kevin and you?
He doesn't like that I stole his logo and did a thing with it. He's not like you.
Are you serious?
Sam said he was a little salty about it. I don't know if he's actually.
Why?
I don't know. You know, people.
That is so weird. That doesn't seem like Kevin at all.
People are proud of things they do.
Huh.
But yeah,
I don't. Well, you know, he is a professional at this, so maybe he has like integrity.
He would be one person we might have on as a guest at some point.
Yeah, Kevin.
Possibly.
I mean, yeah, Kevin's. He's cool. I like Kevin.
But yeah, as Trent just mentioned, Trent has become known as the man of wiffle ball uniforms.
Yes.
The encyclopedia.
Yes. Yeah, I like that.
And I myself, back in the day, I did this little project called Wiffle Logos, and I ran that website for about a year before it got way too much work. But
I feel you. No, that was one of my favorite sites, and I knew right away that I would be friends with whomever had made that site because it was modeled after one of my favorite websites of all time, sportslogos.net.
Modeled after. I like the way you said that, not completely ripped off. Perfect.
No.
So now we've got the two guys who know what they're talking about coming at you with all the wiffle logos and uniform knowledge on the planet. Let's just jump right into it. What are the new rumors and releases? I've got one that's close to home. WSCN's King Friday. They have debuted a new orange and black color scheme. Logo staying mostly the same, subtle tweaks, mostly just a color change. It's the third color scheme in the franchise history. They were red for 2 years, blue shades. Now they're going orange and black. It's kind of fitting since they're technically the Wolfpack who are an orange franchise. So it all comes back home. Trent, you got anything?
Yeah, well, before I do, have a quick question. Several quick questions. Is the Trident staying?
It's not out of play.
It's not out of play. Okay. Why orange and black? Do you know? Has David Castle revealed his thought process behind that, or no?
He wanted it. It was a request of his, and the one quote from him is that he wanted to bring a warm color team back to the league. Which
was that was David who said that?
David wanted that. Yeah, that was all his doing.
That is surprising because I mean, not to lift up the veil of. I don't know. Not to make it seem like I'm not hearing this for the first time, but when you told me that, I figured that had to be you.
I don't push anyone that much anymore. I used to push them a lot in things they did, but no. That was all him. The going to orange was him. Some of the choices on the way were his, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. No. So we got some news in. You know, you just broke a little news for your league, and I'm breaking a little news for my league. The team that I am the manager of, known as Bad Company, we are going to be doing a complete identity overhaul. It's sort of an end of an era, and I decided that we're going to get new colors, new logos, and a brand new team name. And this team name is courtesy of yourself, and If you don't know,
it's mostly PJ Fleck.
It's mostly PJ Fleck. PJ Fleck, the head coach of the University of Minnesota Golden Gophers football team, his mantra, his life motto is row the boat. And ever since he came here and we saw the ESPN special documentary 4-episode thing that he did, I am all about row the boat. I am hashtag RTB every single day, and because of your suggestion, my new team, or my MNWA team, is now going to be called the Oars, because in order to row the boat, you need the oar. So we're going with the Oars. We're going with the new color scheme and logos. They're going to be released coming up soon, and there's some cool stuff in the works.
That name is just awesome. It's going to be so fun.
It's unique.
It's unique.
Yeah, no, it's unique, and I mean, it's not like stupid, and it's not, because I would have never gone for Row the Boat as my team name, because that's super, super goofy. But no, I totally agree. But yeah, no, Oars is cool. It conveys a message without explicitly saying the message with this, which is what you want a logo to do.
And I'm gonna go with one question back. Obviously, we don't have any logos for these, so just enjoy the images of PJ Fleck. But will there be brown in the team?
Well, you know, Brandon, PJ Fleck is gone from Western Michigan, and I think that Broncos fans just have to kind of get over that. Right. The Row the Boat era in brown and gold is over. It's now in maroon and gold, but honestly, the color scheme for the Oars is not going to be maroon and gold.
I'm going full rainbow. Full rainbow. That's the only thing it possibly can be.
Well, maybe that'll be a special jersey.
You're going to be the guy that does that, aren't you? Every game, New Jersey. Yep. If anyone does, it'll be Trent.
Yeah, no, Brandon, that's not even... No, I have 4 jersey ideas in my phone right now. That's not even that far off. But anyways.
All right. And it's early in the season, so there isn't much news yet. Just a couple breaks. Please send us yours if you have them. We'll throw them on the show. Maybe, if they're awesome, maybe they even become an entire show themselves. Otherwise, they'll get thrown here in the spotlight. But for our first show, we decided we're just getting our feet wet. So we need to look at something that's good, but not necessarily something that everyone needs to hear about. So we look to the past. And our topic for this show is the Crofton Wiffleball Association, who were Canada's premier, in fact only, wiffleball league from 2012 to 2015. Now, the guys that ran this, the Francis brothers, Jamie, and I don't remember his brother's name, it might have been Brad, hopefully that's right. They had their own media company called Francis Media. They were involved in advertising, videos, all that crap. So they had a design background. And they brought that into this league, specifically with the team logos. Not so much with the league logo.
Yeah, you could say that.
Trent, what are your opinions of the league logo here for Crofton?
Well, I would say that the league logo is a misrepresentation is an adjective or a noun. I'm not an English major. That comes to mind because the logo it's just so bland. I mean, there's nothing even close to memorable about it.
Yeah, generic is the term that comes to my mind.
Yeah, for sure. And I say misrepresentation because some of the team logos in this league are just very, I mean, we'll get into it, but they are quite detailed, and the league logo is nothing close to resembling that.
Yeah, they threw everything into the teams for sure. I mean,
yeah.
And one of the things you'll see in the teams is that they actually came up with a unique wiffle ball design that they used for most of these teams.
Yeah.
And yet on their primary, it's the generic wiffle ball logo you see everywhere. And come on.
Yeah,
one thing
exactly.
you learn about me in the show is that I love unique wiffle ball designs. Not a whole lot of ways to do it, but
yeah,
I always love them. And some other things about this league that are awesome. I'm not even sure if you're aware of this, Trent.
Okay, no, I'm not a Crofton Wiffleball expert.
The first thing you need to know about Crofton, the field they played on was fucking beautiful.
Oh, wow.
It was up on a hill looking over the Vancouver Bay, or one of those Western Canadian things over there near Vancouver, Victoria.
Yeah.
And, like, so it had one of the double fences in center field, and it was just overlooking this bay, and it was fantastic. A beautiful place to watch a wiffle ball game. The guys weren't the best players, but it was a great place to watch games. The teams generally wore jerseys, simple jerseys, probably not up to Trent standards, but it was like a solid colored T-shirt with the team's primary on the chest. Like the North Stars wore gold, yellow. Let's be honest, yellow.
Yep.
The Destroyers wore red. The Rockies wore pale blue, very, very light blue, almost gray. And the Sea Monsters at one point, I think, were green. And I think a few of the other teams got involved, but I'm not 100% sure. So this is mostly going to be based on the logos.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's just jump right into the teams. And the way we're going to do this is... I don't know, Trent, do you want to introduce or should I?
Well, here, I'll try and then fill in the blanks here that I may leave. So what we're going to do is we're going to do something... I don't know if you coined this term, but I like it. It's called counter rankings. So there's 8 teams here, and what we are going to do is we're going to rank these logos from 8 to 1. However, we have not shared each other's rankings with each other, and so Brandon and I have different rankings here, but we are collaborating to make the show's rankings. So we might vulture a team logo from one another. So something that he thinks might be really high in the rankings, I maybe think it's number 7 or 6 or something, so that's going to completely mess up his list.
Completely snipe me. Just cut me off.
Exactly.
And
so, yeah, just a counter ranking system.
Exactly. He gives one, I give one, he gives one, I give one, we go back and forth. And I actually had a conversation with the guy earlier today, and he's like, so it's kind of like a draft. Like, you got your board, he's got his board, and you're fighting against each other. I'm like, kinda, I guess.
Yeah, kinda. I like that.
A little bit.
I like that.
All right, and so Crofton has 8 teams, so it's going to be simple. These are actually teams from both 2012 and 2013, but we're going to throw them all together.
Okay.
And Trent, take the honors. Take number 8.
All right, so within this league, you have some names, some team names that are really hard to make into a logo and a team identity, and we'll get into that. But the reason that I'm ranking this one team so low is just because it's so different than the others. My number 8 ranking, my least favorite logo, honestly, is the Destroyers. And the reason I don't like it, like I said, is it doesn't fit in. Every other team identity and the logos and everything, they're all super crisp and clean, and this one is just all over the place. I don't really understand. I mean, it's just hard to kind of focus on one thing because you have the Destroyer's word mark is super, I would say grainy, and the wiffle ball skull that's on it doesn't have the same wiffle ball format that the other logos use, so that kind of throws a little cog into the machine there. And my least favorite part is the fact that the 2 crossing bats on this logo aren't even wiffle ball bats; they're wooden bats. So it honestly looks like someone just ripped off some stock design softball logo and replaced the laces with wiffle ball hose. So wiffle ball holes.
I can see some of that. Like my notes on this one are that it's way too detailed, way too many lines in it, and I did not have it anywhere near as low as 8. But you didn't throw me way off. So just a little hint.
Okay.
So you didn't totally kill me, but I did not have them in the bottom third. Still didn't hurt me that bad.
Okay.
I mostly agree with your analysis on it too. It's so out there for everything else that they did. For number 7, I'm going with the Skidlers.
Okay.
It's a neat name.
Yeah.
But there's not much there. The lowercase I is kind of neat. I guess that's the only thing I can say.
Well, I have to ask. See, with my beef with this logo is why is only one of the I's lowercase?
That's a very good question.
I mean, there has to be, and I'm not saying that every logo has to be cookie cutter, but there has to be some uniformity when it comes to these logos. And so, in this team's name, it goes SKIDI. and the only I that's lowercase is the first one. So maybe there's a story behind that. Maybe they're like, oh, this will be cool, and they just totally forgot about the other one. I don't know.
Maybe they're from Canada, so maybe it's a skier that's in the middle of whatever's going on there. Honestly, I don't know. But
yeah, no. Also, what's a skididler?
Yeah, it's a very good question. These are good questions.
Yeah, and I'm.
So yeah. that one's got to be 7 for me.
Okay. Well, then number 6 is going to have to be the rookies, because it's the skididlers or whatever, and the rookies are the two logos that are just a script logo. And script logos can be fine, but a script logo as your primary logo is almost always the wrong choice.
Exactly.
But when you look at the team name, what's a rookie? Like what are you going to put on there besides literally the word rookie that shows that you guys are the rookies? So I don't know.
Guys sitting on the bench? I don't know.
Yeah, I'll see that might be a good idea. But I mean, it's a cool script logo. I got to say that. But compared to some of these other logos, it's way down there.
Yeah, and we kind of synced up here because I also had it. Rookies I actually had it 7, but they're my next worst one. So we're kind of seeing the line. And I put them ahead for the same reason you said. There's at least a little bit of design going on there. The K is kind of cool. The R hook is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But so for number 5, I've got to go with the Whiffers.
Yep.
There's some design here, but it's really weird. Like, what's going on with that leg? I can't get beyond that.
Yeah, I mean, this man might have a tumor on his calf.
It's Mike
Maybe
Jagger.
it's his,
Sorry,
maybe
Radio
it's
for
his
one.
Pants. Yeah, no. Do you have anything else to say?
Not really. I mean, this one at least has a cool looking wiffle ball. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
And this one,
Yeah,
one tried. So this one tried. I'll give it that.
I agree. And one of my least favorite things about one of my like kind of pet peeves about logos is logos that have gradients in them. And that's because, to me, you want a logo. One of the reasons that logos exist is because it should be replicable, because you're conveying this identity that you want people to see and identify with. And when you have gradients and stuff like that, and back to the destroyers, when you have such detail, it's not easily replicable. So
Definitely can't print it.
No, definitely not. And so anything you do is going to be different than your logo, which is just kind of, what are you doing? But like you said, I mean, that wiffle ball, the wiffle ball is definitely the coolest part of this logo, and we see it in a few, pretty much the rest of the logos from here on out. But that 5-hole design, like you said before, it's so unique. That's something you've never seen.
All right, so based on your gradient talk, I think I know where you're going with 5.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if you're going. I think I might throw you off here, because for number 5, I'm Or are we on 4? We're on 4.
Oh yeah, we're on 4. Sorry, I see where you're going from 4.
Yeah, no, actually number 4, I'm putting the North Stars.
Okay, no problem with that.
And I mean, I like the effort with this logo. Minnesota North Stars, they're green and gold, and I like that. They threw the Canadian leaf in there, which is cool, and the star. I feel like the star and the leaf could have been integrated a bit better, because they just honestly look like they were just placed on top of one another. And while it's definitely usable, it's not really that cool. And the thing that really gets me about this logo is that there's 2 different fonts in a 2-word name. I mean, if you look at this, at first glance, they might seem the same, but the T in North and the T in stars
are very different.
They're different.
Different.
The first word is non-serif, and is sans serif.
Well, for the most part, except
serif.
for the N. The N in the first word is
Oh
serif.
my gosh! Yeah, no,
That's even more nitpicky right there.
What? Oh my gosh! What is going on with this? I can't look past the font usage there.
I totally agree with you on that. To be fair, I also had them at 4, so we're back in sync on that. But
perfect.
The good parts of this one are the green and gold. No homerism there, but the yellow jerseys looked great, and they use them all the time, so those looked fantastic. But okay, but yeah, like you said, it's a good logo, not great. And
yeah, I mean,
definitely a few little things can be done to make it better.
It's one of those logos where the more you look at it, the more you hate it.
Yep. That will become a category.
Yeah, no, for sure.
All right, so for my number 3, I've got to go with the smokestacks.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a... It has the gradients that you talked about before.
Yep.
I like that they took a lot of risks on this. Like, the font it looks like it's 3 different things thrown together, and at points it works really well. The ball here looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I like the demonic Hexus guy working his way... Do you even know what Hexus is? You're younger than me. You might not know Ferngully.
No. I do not know what that is.
Carl, no. Ferngully was a Disney movie. I believe it was a Disney movie. And there was a demonic guy that rode a tractor through a rainforest. So that's what he is.
This dude looks like he could do that.
I mean, it's... Again, there's so many colors in it. I mean, the basic colors are good.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying.
Green,
I mean,
gray, the purple, they work together, but again, it's a pretty busy logo. You're definitely not going to print this on a shirt.
No, that'd be really hard to print on a shirt without it being super expensive. And I really like this logo just because I'm kind of just being a chotch here, but I think it's a cool logo because it's the smokestacks, and you got the Simpsons-esque nuclear power plant, smokestacks up there, and I like that a lot. And then you got the demon guy, and I'm like, who is this guy? Like, what is he doing there? Why is he on these smokestacks? So I feel like there's a story there. And the one part that I really don't like is the smoke coming up from the stacks. It's I don't know how to even describe it. It looks like genies,
If this was a Bee-Wax logo, those would be strippers.
Oh, they'd be strippers.
# lot lizards.
No, yeah. No.
I can see what you're saying.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Now that you've said it. All right.
Yeah. All right, so...
top 2, I think these are going to be agreed upon between the two of us at the top 2.
I'm not sure, and that's one of the beauties of this podcast is that we're going to learn each other's tendencies more as we go on. So I feel like we'll become more predictable to each other as we go through this.
I think that's one of the things we should do is never say our preferences.
For number 2 here, I'm going to go with the sea monsters, and there's a lot to like about this logo. The bats are different from the destroyers in that they're actual wiffle ball bats. It's just a neat logo. I like the. Is that an octopus? Yeah. Look, I mean, I think it's an octopus. It might be a squid. I'm not sure. Not a marine biologist.
Same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
For our inlanders, same thing.
But I like the color scheme, purple and green. Actually, I dig. I'm digging that, and the incorporation of the wiffle ball into the octopus's head is very cool. One thing I don't like about this is that they use 2 wiffle balls in this because you have the octopus head wiffle ball and you have the wiffle ball serving as the O in monsters. So I'm not super digging that, but other than that, I'm a big fan of this logo.
Okay. I'm right there with you. I love this logo. The one thing I don't like about it is that they didn't close the holes on the head of the octopus squid guy.
Yeah, I don't know. It really seems like they just threw an outline on there.
Yeah. Like if they would have closed that in black, it would make this even better. But yeah,
I think so.
The color scheme, phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Overall, I love this one. But that leaves us with just one logo left, and that is the Rockies.
The Rockies.
And I am not ashamed to put this at 1.
No.
Full disclosure, I had the Sea Monsters at number 1, but I am not ashamed to put the Rockies there. I like this more than the actual Colorado Rockies logo.
Oh, me too. Me too. 100%.
I mean, the ball is front and center.
Mm-hmm.
The backdrop is it's so Canadian. Let's be honest.
I like it because it's simple. I mean, it's detailed, but it's simple.
Exactly, and I'm not exactly sure what's in the foreground. I think that might be rocks of some sort, which would make sense.
Maybe
but,
it's an island. I don't know. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. It could be one of the island that's... What's the island? Victoria Island? Whatever those things are in the Western Canada. We're from America. We don't need to know about you.
That's true.
But like the way that they use the mountains in the background is so cool, and the color scheme is just great. It's pale blue and pale purple, which is mountains, really, honestly, right?
Yeah. No, for sure. That's one of my favorite. I think probably my overall favorite thing about this logo is that they took, everybody's heard of the Rockies. They've heard of the Colorado Rockies, purple and black mountains, but they really made the identity their own. And I think that's
twisted everything just a little bit.
Exactly. And I mean, they didn't go off in a completely different direction, but they made it their own. And I think that's something that is super hard to do. And you see it a lot, in leagues, because a lot of leagues have the MLB team names. And when what comes with that is, I mean, if you care at all, you could just slap a wiffle ball on any logo. But if you put the care and thought into actually like redesigning logos or making them your own, it's really hard to do that and make it unique. And I really think they nailed it because, like you said, the color scheme, fantastic. I don't know what I would never think to put these two colors together, but it really works. And my favorite part about this is, I hate the Colorado Rockies font. I absolutely loathe it. And they tweaked the font just a little bit here. They didn't make it lines and blocks.
The thing that they do that really helps it, they get rid of the not the beveling, but the inner stroke.
Yep. Oh yeah. No, that's the thing that bugs me so much about the Rockies, and they fixed that. So I mean, I just really like how this team was able to take a font that in the real world I absolutely loathe and turn it into something that I really, really like. And they did it they did it kind of sneaky, so it looks different enough, but it's just a few changes they made to it and so it's sneakily a great font.
Yeah, it still pays homage to what it came from, but it's definitely distinct. So
for sure,
great job on this one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a great logo.
All right, and so that brings an end to Crofton. It's, in our opinion, number 8 Destroyers, just a little bit too out there. Number 7 Skidlers, what? Number 6 Rookies, what are you gonna do with it? 5 Whiffers, nice ball. 4 North Stars, could have done better. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
3 Smokestacks, maybe lay off the gradients.
Yeah, a little bit too much going on.
2 Sea Monsters, well done. Just close up the holes. Be nice.
Just little things, little
things there. And Rockies, fucking go to the majors.
Yeah, no, for sure. Someone
just go.
Tweet this logo to the Colorado Rockies.
Just go. All right, so that's Crofton. Where are we going from here?
Yeah, so we just covered the Crofton Wiffleball Association, and in the future we're going to end our podcast on a much more negative note than this, but being that this is our first one, we want to keep it light, and just to let you know what's coming up next, the next time we get together and rank stuff, we are going to be ranking the uniforms of NWLA Nationals, and we're not just doing teams, we're doing actual uniforms. So
every single uniform.
Every combination that was on those fields is going to be considered.
Wait. Does that include every single option worn by Potomac this year? Or are we going to throw them out?
Yeah.
I think we throw them out.
Yeah, I think we have a safe bet for number 24. But no. Yeah, so every single combination that was used is going to be considered, and we're going to go from the bottom to the top.
It's going to be a fun ride.
Absolutely.
I think there's going to be one team that's going to be very low and very high. Just saying.
I don't know, because, we've gotten to know a little bit more about each other's logo preferences here, but, uniforms is people. If there's anything I've gathered by looking at threads on the internet, is that people have absolutely burning hot takes on uniforms, and sometimes they're just so random. So I can't wait to see what makes you tick when it comes to uniforms.
So yeah, next one's gonna get you burning.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hot show for sure.
And if you have any uniform or logo or new team news from your leagues, please send it to us.
Send it to us. If you see a horrible crime against your eyeballs on the wiffle ball field when it comes to logos or uniforms, send that our way as well.
If you see a team wearing hot pink jerseys, throw it our way.
If you see a team win a championship and not matching at all, throw that our way.
Oh, Jesus. No, there's a show. Championship team uniforms. No, we're not going there. But yeah, we will be back, what, once a month-ish?
I don't know.
We don't have a timetable on it. We'll be back.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll be back for sure. It's
we're
just
like that, man. We come when we're needed.
We just gotta think. We just gotta like portion it out correctly.
Exactly. Like, I mean, the winter's gonna be slowish, which means we're gonna have some time to recap. Maybe we do some league stuff there. But we'll just focus on leagues, what they've done throughout their history and stuff like that.
It's only October.
Exactly. Spring's when it's gonna have ramp up.
Yeah, because then we're gonna have teams getting new jerseys for the year, new teams popping up. It's gonna be wild.
How do you feel about the Minnesota Wild? Sorry, too soon.
No. It's, I mean, that's rough. And I mean, I've heard the morning show I listened to is Mark Parrish, former NHL player, and he said that, you know, it actually, and I don't know if he's just BSing or whatever, but he's, according to him, like, the fact that they opened a new arena, like, makes, like, that's kind of an influence, but I don't know. I love their new home uniform. What do you think of that?
I actually love the new home uniform.
It's great. There's people who hate it. There's people whom I interact with who absolutely hate it, and I don't know if they have eyeballs or not, but I
love it a lot more than the red, for one. I like that it actually has the main logo on the chest, too. And honestly, the white, off-white, green stripe,
yeah,
that makes the logo stand out. I think it's fantastic.
it does. When it, and my favorite part, it's totally different from all of that, is the M on the shoulder is fantastic. I love that M. Yeah, no, I think Adidas did a great job, honestly, all around with the new NHL uniforms.